Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Well, I certainly hope we get more in today than we did last night because Facebook did not like us last night for sure. Did not like us at all. It was like all about that. Let's block Molly. It was all about that. So when you come on, please come on and say hello. If you decide you want to be nice and you want to be, that person that you're like, hey, I can do this. I can say, I can be nice even when I don't want to be. That is always cool. Hold on. I am just sharing this for sure. And then getting back to the main page so I can see. So, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Man, let me know how your morning's going so far. Mine's going great. Mine's good. Oh my goodness, so funny. Sometimes you got to tell yourself exactly how your day is going to be. Hey Denise, good to see you, babe. Good to see you. So it's a busy day today. Tuesdays is one of my favorite days. The team gets together, the whole team, and we get together for a 30-minute get together where we share different things about our company and products and why we chose it and why you always think we look happy and that we're always getting healthier. That's what we do. That's what we do. What a freaking blessing. Talking about counting your blessings. I am legit. And hold on, guys. I gotta make sure I do not disturb this because if I don't, everybody, and their sister are gonna be trying to get a hold of me. Um, yeah. So just this is what we do, and you probably feel like between all of us we're talking about a million and one things, but it's really not a million and one things. I try to always, before I do these each week, share a product that I feel like people could benefit from, because let's be honest, if you can't benefit from it, why am I sharing? But let me tell you the backstory on this product. The backstory on this product that I'm going to tell you about for like the next 3 or 4 minutes, so bear with me, because what if you just scrolled and you needed this in your life? What if? And I could go, well, I saw you on the live stream and you just scrolled me away. You scrolled me away. Don't do it. This could be something that you need. Um, there are people on our team that were in a trial for a new skincare product. Yes, this beautiful product right here. I know it's hard to see because my light sucks, but I don't care. It is Lumiere de Vie, but it's also, some people say de Vie, how you want to be. Hey Tosh, good to see you. Going to see you in a couple days, sis. Um, and this is the Mandelic Acid Serum. And dude, I wanted to talk about this like for the last 6 months. I did. I wanted to talk about this. We had people in our team who were in the trial of this, like trying this out, seeing what results they get. And you know how it is, right? You know how it is. You're like, okay, is this like just one more skincare? No, it's not. And legit, I have seen what has happened to more than a dozen people, probably two, 3 dozen. And lately, like even listen, for men, my friend and colleague Richard Ning, let me tell you something. Richard was using this. And he had a lot of face discoloration and age spots. You could just see the discoloration in the face. And look, I have a couple of those. Look, I've got the age spot here. Um, I have these things where your skin starts darkening and age happens, and women, menopause happens, and all of those things happen. And you're like, what the heck is happening to my skin here? But I have watched people like Janae has been on this, Tracy has been on this, Susan has been on this. I think Janet has been on this. I'm probably missing. Petra may have been on this. I am not sure how many people, but I need to tell you their results have been amazing, and I'm going to start posting them. But I had to get my hands on it first because as I'm watching these results, I am losing my mind because I am not part of that test. And this stuff, this is stuff is so great. Look, I have it pinned in the comment if you want to read more about it. But it actually is it's called Mandelic Acid Serum. Okay, but here's the deal: it stimulates exfoliation in the skin. So you know all those dry cells and you feel like you got to scrub until your face turned red and you go into and everything turned red and you feel like it's taking a whole layer of skin off. No, that's not what this is. This is something that you can start out using a couple of times a week, and yet most of my team has graduated to using it every single night. You don't want to use it during the day unless you're using a really good sunscreen, right? Because you don't want the sun to interfere. But this is what it does. It minimizes the appearance of lines and blemishes and age spots and all of those things. It gives your skin the appearance of your lines being disappearing and your skin looks softer. And let's be honest. Let's be honest for a minute. If you got a company out there telling you they gonna get rid of all your problems, you need to walk away from that. Look, it's one thing to say it's gonna smooth your skin out. It's another thing to tell you you got alligator skin and we gonna fix all that. You need to walk away from those people who are making claims that it isn't gonna happen. But here's the key with anything. Here is the key with anything. You have got to take it. You know what? I have people who go on supplements or they use skincare or whatever it is, and they go, and I'll check on them and be, how's it going? And they're like, well, it's okay, but I'm not really noticing results. And my first question is, hey, are you taking it every day? Are you using it how we talked about? Well, no. Most days, I mean to, but I don't. Dude, you have got to make yourself a priority. You have got to make yourself a priority in life, that if you really do want the smoother skin, and I'm going to take this out because I just got this yesterday in the mail. I'm so excited. Hold on. I got to look at this. I pull it out of the little thing. It's like the presentation is like, da 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 da. Here it is. Look at this. I'm just going to shake it. Shake it up a little bit. Shake. You turn this bad boy up. You're going to squeeze that. And look, here's the key. You don't need a lot of this. You don't need a lot of this. This is how my girl's doing. They're taking that. They're putting a drop here at night, and they're taking it, and they're powdering. They cleanse their skin. And by the way, first thing that you put on, once you get that toner and all, first thing you put on, first thing, you know what I'm saying? First thing, you take that, give it a minute. Let it sit. And then you can proceed with the rest of your skincare. And you should be. But here's the deal. If you tell me you're only using this once a week, it's not going to work. Molly, I'm using it like every other week. Stop it. It's not a miracle. It's something that you must be consistent. People who say that skincare doesn't work, I can guarantee you that if I really, really checked on them or had a hidden camera, they're not doing what they're told to do and being consistent. Consistency with anything is good. It's kind of like, hey Karen, good to see you, baby. If I'm telling you that vitamins, our supplements, our isotonic can help you, but you need to take it every day. You need to take it every day. You're giving your body something that it needs. You need to take it every day. And you don't. And then you say it didn't work. No, baby. It's not that it didn't work. You didn't work it. You didn't do your part. That's like saying you ain't going to work, but you want them to pay you for it. You don't get the payoff of being at work when you're not at work. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Just saying. Just saying. Tasha, I said hello to you as soon as I saw your name. Stop being so needy. I'm taking your Christmas present back. I really am. Can't have this. Can't have this neediness like this. Can't. I said hello to you. If you stop typing and you listen to me, you gonna go back and watch the replay. You're gonna see I said hello. Good morning, Miss Gwenda. Oh, West Virginia. It is 28 here. Not friendly. Okay, hold on. Tosh. Hi, baby. My heart's bleeding purple peanut butter for you because I can't wait to see you because I miss you so much. Why is it that you have to have these public affirmations for me? You know what? Isn't it okay for me just to say, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" And let me get all mushy with you in private, okay? Hey, Stacy. I see Stacy's laughing at us. Yes, she is, Stacy. See, she needs this public affirmation. This is why we friends, because she irritate the pee out of me. But I love her anyways. See, I said I loved you. Even though it was kind of with a little negative there, I still said it. You just don't treat me like you're not like the rest of the people. There is a reason for that. We need to have a therapy session here because you are not like the rest. You're not, but it's okay. Okay, so let me get back. She's taking me off my game here. Stop it. So, this. But this is what I want you to do. You listen to me. You listen to me. I am going to start this tonight. Tonight is my very first night of this. And I am going to be using this because I want results like my team. And wait till you see the results I'm going to be posting. They are freaking amazing. Like, I just want that in my life. And I'm going to take look, I got my custom blend makeup on today. I got all that going on. I did this going to be like Molly with the hairband, going to take the face. Don't be scared. Going to show you all the blemishes and stuff. And we going to start this. And then I'm going to be showing you what it does for me. For this 62-year-old damage in the sun when I was young, age spots, old spots, lines, wrinkles, the whole 9 yards. But between the supplements and everything else, let me tell you, it's some good stuff. It's some good stuff. It is. And I cannot wait. And again, look, they used, I believe, Janae, and Susan, I believe they used. Susan's results have been phenomenal. And matter of fact, they love it. They love it. You know, you're always scared when you're in a trial that the product may not make it, right? But it did. I mean, there are things, let me just tell you, like, I am part of something else, can't really talk about it, but for my eyes and circles and things like that, and I am praying. I am praying, even though I can't show you and I can't talk a lot about it. The point is, I love it. 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 It is changing the appearance of things I can. And that in itself is going to bring us to exactly what we're talking about today. Okay, so I need you to look. Did you happen to see? Did you happen to see what the verse was? And hold on, because I want to get to my notes here. You know, I want to talk about, and I know that I could have gone with my regular devotional, but I'm really feeling this, so I really want to talk to you about it. Okay, so stay with me. Hi, baby. Oh my God, Tasha. That's why Tasha and Lee get along so well. They're so needy. Stop being needy with me. Stop it. Oh my gosh. Baby, I love you. I live with you. I see you 25 hours a day, and there's only 24 hours in a day. I love you. Gave you love. Gave you kisses this morning. All of the things, Lee, okay? What do you people want from me? Just saying. Okay, back to it. So, listen, I need you to hear this. I picked this verse. Yeah, you and Lee are besties, or you and me are besties, because you know, I'm telling you, we don't even need to get into it. We don't need to get into it. But you wait, when I see you this week, we getting into it. We getting into it later. Just saying, we getting into it. You get kindness all the time from me. I feed you. I feed you when I see you. Oh, matter of fact, I made you some no-bake Reese's cookies that were supposed to be a surprise, okay? I'm not even sure I'm bringing them now. I'm not even sure I'm bringing them. Let me just say that. Jesus, you need to work on my heart because I'm going to take the cookies away from her because she irritating me, Jesus. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, Karen, yours shipped too. Yeah, girl. Karen and I going to be showing y'all results together. Yes, indeed. We are going to be loving the Mandelic acid. So yeah, you gonna get tired of me again because I'll be talking about that when you hand it to me. Like you basically throw it. Oh, Tasha, you better quit. You better quit lying, Tosh. You bending the truth, Tosh. You bending it. It's okay. It's all right. Jesus knows, Tasha. Jesus knows. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say about that. No, Lee isn't doing. Lee can't even see. No, he's not going to bring them. I'm hiding them. I ain't giving no more to him either. Y'all, I'm going to have to pray before this devotional because they bringing out the evil in me. They bringing it out. Oh my goodness. Okay. So listen. So what's the verse? Psalm 139:14. Let's draw this back in. I love this verse. I love this verse. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Now, what that basically means is, did you know that God specifically created you for exactly who you are in this moment? Now, things I'm going to talk about, it's because I have fell prey to it too. I need you to know. It is really hard not to compare yourself, especially in this age of internet and social media. It is really hard not to get caught up with, I wish that I was this way with like this person. I wish I had this skill that this person could do. I wish my hair looked like this person. I wish I was thin like this person. I wish that I was as pretty as this person. And guys, I get it. I get getting caught up in it. And especially if somebody is attacking you. The one thing that I have figured out with as much as I have been on social media is I get attacked a lot. Sometimes right in public, right in the comments. But sometimes most of it's in private where they feel very, very bold to come for me. Coming for me for all different reasons. Coming for me because they don't like that I'm talking about products. They don't like my truth. They don't like that I speak what I really believe. They don't like that I talk about Jesus. 100%, there's a lot who don't. People are like, you're going to ruin your business, Molly. You're going to ruin your business because you're talking about Jesus. Baby, let me tell you something. The reason my business is in existence is because of Jesus. Because this was 100% led by God where I am. And I have all the evidence to show that. 100%. 100%. 100%. God knew exactly where I was 21 months ago and how I was totally beside myself in my life and where my business was going and I couldn't control things and I didn't feel good and I was completely stressed out and I was aging before my time and I just was tired and I was heavy and I was fatter and I was all the things. Circles underneath my eyes. I look back at pictures of myself and people going, oh, Molly, I love that picture of you. And look, I appreciate that. But when I look back and I compare it to now, I am like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Where was I heading? I was talking to my brother Mark last night on the phone, and we were talking because my brother Mike would have been 72 years old yesterday. He's 10 years older than me, and Mark was saying something about he still gets up, he exercises every day, all of that, and he was talking about having to pick up something like the next day. He was feeling kind of sore from picking it up, and I started giggling. He's like, why are you laughing? And I'm like, I get it. You're still aging no matter what. But I'm like, you are in better shape than most people your age. I have to tell you this. I'm 62 years old. I'm sorry. I've had people tell me that they're in their 40s and their 50s and they don't feel how I feel. That and here's the truth. God knew I needed the direction that I get now from a company that is centered on wellness, yes, centered on beauty, yes, centered on jewelry, yes. We have all the things, right? Beauty, all of that. Motives, Lumiere de Vie, we have Isotonic, we have Go Trim. You name it, baby, we got it. And besides that, we have thousands of other stores, your favorite ones, Kohl's, Walmart, all the other ones. You can go and you can get cash back. You know what Jesus knew? He knew that I needed a fix. But he knew me well enough to know that Molly did not have to be the prettiest. She didn't have to be the skinniest. She didn't have to be the smartest. She didn't have to be the person who was in the longest. What he knew was that I needed to have a need. And if something could provide something that I needed, do you know what God knew about me? He knew I would go share it. He knew that I would tell the world or my world or whoever wants to listen to it. Can I tell you, God knew that he had made me the person who would share whatever she found that was helping her so that she could help others. And I need you to know, that evil one, he's been trying to work on me for years. I think that he knew that God had made this person, had put me in my mama's belly, and he knew that Molly Stone Bibb was going to attempt, whether she succeeded or not, she was going to attempt to help people. She was going to attempt to support others. She was going to attempt to be a light, to have people realize that life is not hopeless, that God is here, that there is something after this life, that there is a way to get there. I believe that the evil one said, I can't have this. I believe that I need to send as many stumbling blocks as I can to that Molly girl, because I need her to know that life is miserable. I need her to know that she's not worthy. I need her to know that she's not pretty enough, that she's not thin enough, that she's not smart enough. I'm going to knock her down as many times in life as I can. And I'm going to hope that one of those times that I knock her down, that she stays there. How do I know that? I know that because my mom died when I was 16. I know that because it destroyed everything my family knew. I know that when my dad didn't know how to love me, felt like he was turning his back on me, told me it's time for you to go, and there was no love for them. I felt no love. I suddenly had daddy issues, which led to men issues. I went out, but you know what? I got back up. I can do this. I can work hard. I may have to work all the time. That's okay. I'm going to do what I can to survive, because right now it feels like if I don't survive, if I don't do what I need to do, and by the way, I was mad at God, so I certainly wasn't talking to him at this point, that I am not going to make it. And what happened was he brought things into my life. He brought Jessie Stone into my life at the restaurant that I was working at, right? And little did I know that I would marry her son. And yes, okay, look, the evil one said, you know what? This boy's got some problems too. I'm going to make these problems are going to absolutely make Molly doubt herself again with men, that she's not worthy, that she has to do more, that she has to fight. It's still not going to work, and I'm going to bring her to divorce, and I'm going to crumble her world, where the home that she had worked for, the pool she had worked for, the kids that she had raised and probably messed up along the way too. I am going to take everything away from her again. I am going to do that because she's not worthy. She's going to put on some weight. She's not going to be able to take off. She is going to just pretend she's going to be, I'm going to make her a fixer, so that she fixes so much about everybody that she forgets completely about herself, and she just becomes exhausted. and has horrible thoughts at night that she's not enough. But in the midst of being in front of everybody, says, oh, life is good. Because as long as I could fix other people, see, I was okay. But forget about me. But let me tell you what God knew about me. God knew about me that although I wasn't working a journey with him then, he said, I'm going to walk with her even when she doesn't know it. And I'm going to show her just how beautiful she is in her own skin. Not compared to her friends, not compared to the person who shows up, not compared to social media, not compared that, when she puts on a bathing suit, I want her to feel okay about her. But you know what? I didn't, but I did get back up. The evil one said, well, you know what? I've done taking her home away from her. She's living underneath her brother in the basement. There's a blessing. Do you see that? Do you see how God took care of it? Listen to me. I was scared to death. Hey, Angela, see you, honey. I was scared to death that I was going to have nothing, because in the fear of losing me, because he only wanted me where he wanted me, my ex-husband decided he was going to threaten me with taking my kids, taking my house. I'm not going to have a place. I'm never going to amount to anything. I can't make it without him. And I kept hearing it, and it kept flowing through my veins. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And my brother said, you can come here. You can stay with me. You'll have a roof over your head. You'll never have to worry about eating. You'll have food. God did that. Do you not understand? No. Was it everything I had before? Did he just give me a mansion or give me better? No. But God knew what I needed, and he knew that I needed to feel the security of knowing I could be okay, because there were people out there who didn't like me. There were people out there who wanted to see me fail. I had very little connection with my family then. And he showed up. That is when, of course, my Avon business started too. You know what happened is I had nothing. I told you the story. Being on that sidewalk, moving into my brother's house in the middle of the night, taking my kids with me, didn't ask them, just did it, trying to figure out how I'm going to navigate. And me saying, God, what do you want from me? I give. I give, God. What, me thinking that God was doing all this, right? It wasn't God. God didn't want bad for me. God didn't want to see me lose the things that I did. But you know what? Decisions that I made created that. And that evil one slipped in and said, we're going to make like Harper. I can't let her get to that internet world. I can't let her get to that Avon world. I can't let her get to that Market America world. I can't let this happen, because if this happens, she's liable to show people Jesus and there's hope and you can get back up. And I am pretty enough, and I'm exactly what God wants me to be, and I'm going to be. He knew there was a chance that he could stop that with the more he took away from me. And there were times he did. That night, sitting on that step outside, bawling my eyes out and saying, what do you want? Are you ever going to let me be a part of anything in life that my kids will be proud of me, that my kids will say, look at my mom. She's a hard worker. Look at my mom. She never gave up. Look at my mom. She wanted more for us. Look at my mom. She always did what she had to do for us. But it paid off. Not that it failed, that it paid off, because, see, I couldn't see it because it was a journey. It was a journey. And when I was starting to make headway, even in the Avon community, and there were so many people that, lucky for me, they're still in my life, a lot of them. And the thing is, there's a lot of them I know who still love me and respect me, but they can't out of fear now because I left. I get all that, and that's okay. And for a while, you know what the evil one did? He really, really messed with me with that too, because I thought my friends were leaving me because I had to make a decision to do something that was best for me and my family. And let me go back a little bit before that. How about when Lee was diagnosed and we found out he was going blind and there was no cure for it? Genetic eye disease. Mom dies of cancer. This happens, that happens, divorce, this. Found a guy who loves me like nobody else. Man, oh man, oh man, how great is this? Loves my boys. Has this fabulous job. Life is looking good. Man, Molly looks like she's on the straight and narrow and things are great, right? And then something happens and I realize something's not right with his eyes and we go and we get it checked. And we hear, I'm sorry, but you have retinitis pigmentosa. It is a genetic eye disease. You also have Usher syndrome, which is where your hearing loss comes from. It's a gene that both your mom and your dad both carry. There'd be no way for you to know that. And Lee, you are probably going to lose your sight. But here's the good news, Lee. Technically, you should have lost your sight when you were 12 years old. You were never diagnosed. So Lee has led this life, played sports, went, drove, did everything he could. For some reason, God allowed him to be this miracle of pushing forward and getting back up and having to deal with wearing hearing aids in school and people mocking him and kids hitting him and all of these things. And but here he is. He graduates from college. He is smart as a whip. Don't tell him I said that. One of the smartest men I've ever made. Even though he's from West Virginia, and people want to say people from West Virginia ain't smart. You haven't met my husband because that man is intelligent. That man does not lead by emotion. That man is my stability. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm going to have to go kiss him more or something now because, now I'm telling you how great he is, right? But the truth of the matter is, God knew I needed him. So, see, God slipped him in and then the diagnosis. And I thought, oh my gosh. Truth is, I did say, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't know this would happen. Do you know what else happens? When people have somebody who gets diagnosed with cancer, they didn't sign up for that either. Could have happened, but they didn't sign up for it. But most people aren't going to leave their partner when that happens. And yet my man gave me the out. I remember when he came to me, we were like 2 years. Hey, Beja, how are you, baby? Mwah, love you. Um, I remember he came to me. We were probably like 2.5 years into our marriage at that point. And he said to me, I need to tell you that I know you didn't sign up for this. And if you want to walk away, it's okay. I get it. I found out years later that people in his family who aren't my biggest fan, that happens. So for those of you who have family or in-laws that, I mean, can you imagine not loving me? Let's be for real. Just saying. Can you imagine? But I have some who have never been a fan. They're just a fan to my face, and isn't that normal, right? Some of them aren't and just blurted out. And they said, watch, this is where you're going to see the real Molly. Watch her walk away. Now, the truth is, I didn't know that till years later. It's okay. Let them think what they think because here we are 20 years into our marriage. And I thought to myself, are you kidding me? He's telling me that I can walk away because we knew the struggle was not going to be easy. It was going to be one of the hardest things we had ever experienced. Lee was going to eventually have to give up driving. He was going to have to walk away from his job. How were we going to make it? I was going to be back again to not making money. I started driving the Avon business and I did it. I hit the top levels. I did it. We did it. Him and I together. We did it. And you know what? I was always so grateful and I was, starting to find God and realizing there's a method to this. Like I keep going down hitting these valleys. I keep hitting these places where I trip and fall. Like I did about a month and a half ago and I bam, bam, bam hit the sidewalk and left me with all the scarring, which hey, What do you think? Remember how bad my face looked? Oh my gosh! Much better. Now, it was all going great. And then my brother lost his home. He got cancer. He he was going to need a place to live. He was down on his luck. He had heart issues. And but remember, he opened his door to me at one time, and he put a roof over my head. And when he was at his lowest and didn't know what he wanted to do, and I remember telling God, what I wanted was one day I wanted to be able to help people. I wanted to be able to do for people what they did for me. The people who took me under their wing in that restaurant, and my ex-husband's mom, who loved me like a daughter. I wanted to be able to do something. And you know what? I was able to do that. I was able to take him and Anne and put a roof over their head and make sure that no matter what, they were fed and they were warm. It wasn't a kingdom. It wasn't a beautiful home. Honest to God, it was a crap hole. But let me tell you something. It was my crap hole. And all the issues that house had, it kept us safe. Even if we had to put the windows up and put a piece of wood underneath it to keep it, and we had a slumlord, but a slumlord who let us rent from him. And eventually my brother lost his fight and he died. And what happens? That throws another thing. What happened? I couldn't save him. I wanted him to want to live. I wanted him to do the right things and take care of himself, and he didn't. And the evil one knew exactly what to do. See, Molly, you weren't good enough, Molly. You weren't good enough, Molly. But you know what I forgot? Psalm 139:14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. That I cannot be responsible for other people's choices, but I also cannot take the responsibility of what they do or don't do. And then you all know later on what happened. Yvonne started going through a really hard time, bought and sold a couple of times, bad decisions made. And I don't care if you like what I'm saying. Anybody who's watching me, this isn't about slamming a company. This is about truth. I am speaking truth right now. Decisions have been made or still being made that were not good for the representative and certainly wasn't good for a leader. And all of a sudden, everything that we had worked for, it was dwindling. It was going away. I was out there Ubering. I was out there door dashing. And I was doing what I had always done. I was going to make it work. And I had no idea that God had another plan. But see, the evil one kept, the devil kept, he kept throwing stuff at me, just throwing stuff at me. And then there was the cancer. Going in because there's a pain in my side. I have a fatty mass I didn't know about. And in the midst of a sonogram with no insurance, they saw a mass on my kidney that was in the beginning stages. And every doctor who looked at my report said, how this was found, divine intervention. God didn't put that cancer there. But I believe it came from something bad. I had no symptoms for me to go get a kidney checked. And you know what? God showed up again. Got me through it. Got the bills paid. No chemo, no radiation. And a mound of people who supported me and prayed for me every single day and got me through this. But I still wasn't really taking care of myself. Yeah, Lee had started me on supplements and all. I get all that, right? And you know how it is when something in your business or your life isn't going right. What's the first thing you do? You want to blame yourself. What am I not doing? At least that's me. I know some people, they want to blame all the other things. I look at me and say, what am I not doing? What am I not presenting? If something's not going exactly how I need it to go, what is it that I am doing? What is it? I don't understand, God. Why am I not good enough? Why is this happening? Why is there always tension in the family? Why is there always this? Why? Do you want to know why? Because God intended to use me. And the devil was saying, anything I can do to stop her, anything I can do to stop her, I will do it. I will have family slam her. I will have family turn their back. I will have a company turn their back on her. I will make things hard. I will make living hard. I will make it to where Lee starts losing more of his sight again. I am going to pellet her like a machine gun until she falls because I cannot have her reach people. I cannot have her do this. And then in walks Market America. And it was scary. I knew nothing about wellness. I took my Centrum every single day. I took my magnesium pills. You've heard the stories. I thought I was doing, but I never moved. Never walked. I didn't do that. Yeah, I walked. I got ready for the Avon 39 and still almost died doing that. Ask the girls who did it with me. Ask Autumn and Rebecca and Linda Montefine and Ready. I thought I was going to die. Michael Sinchek, I thought I was going to die. Got through it. Okay. And what I didn't know is God said, "Here's the door, baby. You can walk through it. It's not going to be easy." Because I'm sorry, Molly, has anything in your life been easy? You should be used to hard, but see, it doesn't mean I have to like it. Relearning something at 61 years old. Are you kidding me? Having to sit in Zooms and figure out what was wrong with my body and what I needed to do. And that guess what? Even in losing weight, I don't have to be the skinniest. God continues to love me and knows that I now appreciate this temple, that every day I am working for it to be better. Whether it's taking a multivitamin that actually works, like Daily Essentials or the Women's Health or the anti-aging, and getting sleep and making sure my gut is healthy. I know, sounds like a commercial, right? No, it's not. It's God driven. That's what it is. This is no mistake. Everybody doesn't have to join join my company, but I've got something that can help anybody if you want to help yourself. And let me tell you something. Once you start helping yourself and you start getting better, let me tell you something. You are on display to the evil one. He doesn't want you to be better. He doesn't want you to know that you were meant for more. But the meant for more is what you choose to do. The meant for more isn't God saying, I'm going to close all the bad and I'm going to open this path for you and life will never be hard. That is not realism. But what is real is if you're doing nothing with your life and you believe that you are what those people are saying you are exactly where the evil one wants you. You are there. You are there. He doesn't even need to worry about you. He can come by and pellet you with somebody saying, well, why don't you go fix those teeth and then talk to me? Why don't you lose 10 more pounds and then talk to me? Well, I get hit with this all the time in TikTok. You know what? Why don't you go fix your hair before you think that you're funny? Because the only thing funny is your hair. The only thing funny is those glasses that you wear. The only thing funny is why don't you lose that hanging from your chin? Let me tell you something. I realize those people saying that, they the miserable ones. It's their issue. But when they say that to you, you shrink in your hole, right? 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 You shrink in your hole. Instead of saying, hold on, God made me unique. God made me unique. He didn't make me like that other person. And no offense, most of the people who are absolutely gorgeous no matter what and seem to have no imperfections, they got more problems on the inside of their body than they're ever going to have on the outside of their body. Okay? Okay? They're so busy trying to be perfect. They're so miserable inside. And somebody says anything. I'm sorry. Have you seen all the young influencers who have unalived themselves? Are you kidding me? This is happening time and time again, and the devil wins. You have to choose that you've got to know that God doesn't make mistakes. I don't care if you walk with a limp. I don't care if you're suffering from the after effects of a stroke. I don't care if you're still battling cancer. I don't care what you are struggling with. My God is able to use it. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are unique. There is nobody else like you. Nobody else has your fingerprint. And you think that's an accident? That is not an accident. He knew exactly what he was doing. Here's another verse for you. Look at this. Galatians 6, 4 and 5. Write that down. You need to go back and look at these. Look them up on your phone. You don't even need a Bible in front of you. They make it easy these days. Look it up. Each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone without comparing themselves to someone else. Read it again. Each one should test their own actions. In other words, pay attention to what God's given you. Pay attention, look in the mirror, and love what you see. And you know what? If you want to fix it, put on a little custom blend. Use a little mandelic acid. You know what? Take some magnesium and decide you can sleep. You know what I'm saying? You can do that. Listen. Then they can take pride in themselves alone without comparing themselves to someone else. See, there's a difference in you wanting to be better for you because you want to take care of the temple that God gave you, that you want to be an example of, I'm not perfect, but I can be as good as I can be because God appreciates you taking care of what He has given you. There is a difference than you going, oh wow, she looks like that, she's that pretty, she's that, let me do this and this, and your want tos, the reasons for them are in vain. That you're doing this because you want to look as good as someone else. How in the world is that feeling like you are wonderfully made? I'm not telling you don't go buy the eyeliner if you want it. It's okay, right? You get what I'm saying. You can make light of it all that you want to. But in reality, you need to be looking in that mirror and appreciating every day that you're still breathing. And if you're breathing without an oxygen machine, you should be twice as blessed. Don't you understand? Comparison game. It gets you away from focusing on your own God-given journey. God has a journey for you, and it's not following all the influencers. And I'm not an influencer. I'm just a crazy 62-year-old woman who's been talking to y'all for like 20 years, telling you about all my struggles and all my battles so that you can see you're not the only one who messes up with all this. That's me. That's me. There's this big hairy goal right now in my company for Master UFO. And you have to hit these buttons to get it, and you get double pay. Like, who wouldn't want that, right? Double pay. Woohoo! I'm here for it. And I haven't hit it. I haven't hit it. I'm new. I get it. I'm young in the business. I haven't hit it. Doesn't mean I can't. Doesn't mean I won't. But this is what I watch. I watch people who haven't hit something in the moment or in the time frame that they're supposed to. And I watch this with my other company too, for trips and things like this. And you know what they forget? The big picture. That when you're working towards something that has the ability to service you more, bring you more, that in the process of working harder, the process of helping other people, the process of seeing people just meet needs that they have, let me be honest, your business is better for it. You may not have hit the big hairy goal, but you can look back at your business and go, "Wow, I got this. I got 3 or 4 new customers. I got somebody who might be interested eventually, but it might not be their time." But instead, you want to be impatient and you just want to, I have to hit this. I've got to do this. I've got to do this. No, you want to hit it. You do everything you can. But God says everything is a journey, it is a process. And if you do, fabulous, because I'm first going to be here celebrating you. But I was the person who wanted to beat myself up because I wasn't there yet. And I had to stop that. Now, if I know I'm not doing something I should be doing, that's different. That's different. That's holding yourself accountable. But God says, I've got you no matter what you hit, what you don't do. Because the thing that's most endearing to me is how can I help the next person? Not how can I help my paycheck. It's never worked for me when I've gone after something for me, but what has always worked for me is when I am trying to help people and I can walk them through that journey, no matter what that looks like, and I can help hold them up and I can help them rise. That is what the evil one has been trying to stop for years with me, people. For years. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, and we're going to close. Listen. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Love these verses. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will direct your path, or he will make your path straight. Listen, 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 as the little boy says. God is aware 100% of where you are in your life and the things that you need. The problem is sometimes you think you know what you need and God opens this door over here, but what you really wanted is for him to open this door over here. I don't want to move on to something new. I want this to be better. You think I didn't want my first marriage to be better and work? You think that I wanted my kids to be children of divorce? You think I didn't say, God, make this better, God, use this, God, change his heart, God, do this, God? You think that my wants were not there somewhere else? Until I was brave enough to see that there were other doors open for me. And I knew that those doors were not going to be easy to walk through. And once I went through them, the journey was going to change. But when I look back now, it's exactly what should have happened. God took something bad that was happening and he said, it's okay, Molly. You don't know this yet, but I got you. Again, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into what you want, how you think it should be. Because I am the queen of giving it to God and picking it back up because I don't like the direction it's going. I am the queen of it. I am still the queen of it today. God would tell you that if he was talking to us right now. But I can be that honest with you. I can tell you that I still mess up. And I still don't do everything I should do. And I still disappoint my God. And I'm still asking for forgiveness every single day for stupid moves and stupid things I do. But he is a God who is always there. He is a God that says, yep, I knew you'd be back. Come on, let's go. It's not going to be easy, Molly. Don't quit trying to look ahead, Molly. You don't need to see that yet. It's not time for you to walk it yet. And when it is, I got you. And if you start to fall down, I'm going to catch you. I'm going to lift you back up. So when you think God doesn't know what he's doing or how he can use a bad experience or a bad thing in your life, may not happen right away. I'm living proof that that has happened time and time again. And if you really take your rose colored glasses off and you look at your life, I'm sure you've got instances where you're like, I don't even know how I made it through that. I don't even know how that happened. I can remember when I was living in that little crap hole house that I hated it. I was embarrassed. The roof was horrible. It could have fell in at any time. All of the things. But let me tell you something. I look back at that house now, and I'm able now, in hindsight, to say, thank you, God. It may have been a roof that could have leaked. It was a floor where air was coming through the floorboards. It was a 1972 air conditioning. But Jesus, you kept us safe the whole time we were there. You don't understand my belief and where I'm at, where this has come from, where I feel like God has said, I'm not done with you yet. Get back up, Molly Stonebib. But maybe he's saying that to you. Get back up. Love who I have made you. Embrace the things I've given you. Live the heart I've given you and quit being angry and hateful and resentful and holding on and knowing how you wanted things, because that ain't working real well for you right now. Not a sermon. I know it sounded like it. Not a sermon. But many life experiences. And I can still pay for my internet. So God says, keep telling them, Molly, because the right person's going to hear it. And they're going to understand that no matter how bad it seems now, no matter who it is who's betrayed them, that if they take my hand, I will walk it with them, even through the tough times. Let's pray. Dear Lord, this one has been tough, revisiting, but sometimes it's necessary. And God, I thank you for the fact that you've given me a memory that I can think back, because some people don't have that, Lord. God, I pray that the right people will view this today and replay, or the right people live, whatever that looks like, to know that whatever they're struggling with, they're not alone. If it's family who looks at them and looks down on them or doesn't like what they do or just doesn't like them, that God, that is their problem and that is the evil one trying to use them, and that they need to keep shining, and they need to keep showing up, God, and showing love and trusting you, because we need to be showing our light, God, not dimming it. We need to be showing people how they can be better. We need to link arms in this world and let people know that you are real and that salvation is there for them, God, and that you sent your son to die so that we could all make heaven crowded and all be there living life together one day. God, anybody who is struggling here today, please, God, touch their life with us. Let them know that they are not alone, that we all have these struggles. But just like me, we get through them one struggle at a time, God, with you beside us. Keep us safe, God, as we go into the holiday season. And keep giving me the words to say, God, that will touch people and let them know that they are worthy and they are beautifully and wonderfully made. And their own perfection of what you've made is exactly what they should embrace. Amen. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I do. I do. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you look in that mirror, and even if you got a zit right on the end of your nose, you need to say, I love you, and that's it. And Molly got something for that. That's what you need to say to yourself, and then you need to reach out. Have a beautiful day. I'm going to do the same. Love you guys. Take care.